Let's talk.
With the Kingsmen's polo team.
Hi guys, today at the Sotogrande.guide we're here down at the polo fields to meet the team behind Kingsmen. We have Fausto, Shah and Tirso. Nice to meet you guys, thank you for being here. Can you guys tell me a little bit how about each of you got into polo?
Well, originally I lived in Mexico since I was young, and even since then I've been surrounded by horses, even if it was just riding on the beach with like doing those little horse rides while the people pull you around. And
I've done a few of those.
Exactly. And eventually I would try riding. I didn't really like it because it was too like strong. So then I decided to go to a different club, and then my coach just gave me a mallet and said try to hit the ball. And I fell in love with the sport since then. And then eventually I moved to Soto to try to find some better polo, and then I met my brothers.
Fantastic. And what about you guys?
Well, I started playing polo thanks to my dad. He introduced me to polo. Since I was young, he made me ride, follow him everywhere he was playing it, all over.
So you
Yeah,
grew up
so
with
I
it,
grew up-
mallet
yeah.
in hand when you were born.
Yeah, and then
And what about you?
The same as him.
So from your father's,
From our family, people around,
just brought up in the
Everything.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
everything, yep.
And Shah, I believe you're like one of the youngest players in the area. What does that feel like?
Well, I think it's really cool, to be honest, like going against full-grown adults.
I mean,
Like,
I've seen you play. It's fantastic.
Thank you so much. And yeah, it's a really cool feeling, to be honest.
Okay, and like tell me a little bit, because I've never played polo. I do have ridden, yeah, in the past. But tell me a little bit about what it's like on the field when you're in a match. Is it about you? Is it about the horse? Is it about the connection between you? What makes a winning team?
Well, in my opinion, you have to have a good connection with your horse, and you have to have a good connection with your team also, because if you just don't have that, if you don't know what your team is like, it's really difficult to play good because you don't know how everybody plays, you don't know your horse does, you don't know your potential and your team's potential. So you really need to have a good connection with everybody in general.
Yeah, so like any team
Yeah,
sport, you need
exactly.
to have that team gel.
yeah.
And has your horse, or any of you, like has any of your horses in the middle of a match ever done something that's completely like kind of go, oh, what just happened? Kind of, I mean, I know you've had an injury or two, but have any of you guys experienced like one of those like mid-match something that's completely changed the game?
Maybe when you first ride the horses, they get a little bit angry. So they start backing and trying to throw you off. But in games, not much. It's most of the time at the start.
At the
season.
beginning, you
At
know,
the
it's,
beginning, they get excited. And
I mean, from someone who's watched polo, I feel like the horses are like, they are following the ball. They know what they're doing. at this
Sometimes they can
point.
go a little bit quicker than you want them to, and that can end you up at the perfect position, or maybe they don't want to go
'Cause
fast.
they're not going strategically.
Yeah, maybe they
they're
don't want to
just-
go fast, and who knows, maybe that ends you up in the better play, the better position. Maybe you lose the ball, but then they lose the ball, and then you're in the perfect position for that instead of being at the front of the field, you know?
Okay, fantastic. And then now you guys have the Kingsman team, and you said these are your brothers. So how did that all come about? I believe the three of you played a pivotal role in bringing this team into fruition.
well, we all had the idea of starting a polo team, so it took some days to figure it out. And
Well, I'm
get it.
sure it's not something you wake up and
No,
do
no.
one morning without
No,
thinking.
so I started figuring out how to do the logo,
Which I love, by the way. I think it's so cool.
and yeah, and then
I was just chatting with my mom. When it originally started, we're like, we should make a polo team. And we were trying to think of a name for, I think, like 12 hours, like the whole night. And then I'm randomly looking through, I'm just scrolling at some point. I get bored.
you're like,
And then
okay,
I
need
come
ideas.
across just like a movie called The Kingsman. And I was like, that's actually a really cool pole name because it's like a king sport. It's a very like classy
It is
sport.
very much like a royal
And,
sport, isn't it?
it's like a very cool sport. So then I was like, Kingsman is a very good name for a team. And then I talked about it with my mom, and then
yeah, I
he
think
created the name,
we all
the
guys
logo.
yeah.
And Tier, he's just like, everybody helped a lot.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. And then we just became so close that
I mean,
would.
no, it's now a bond for life,
Yeah,
isn't it?
exactly.
Fantastic. And then, so tell me a little bit about playing in Sotogrande. I mean, I know you guys, I'm assuming, grew up playing in Sotogrande.
Yeah,
But especially for you, Shah, you've played in Mexico and other places in the world. What's the comparison like?
Well, I think Sotogrande is amazing. It's very welcoming, like playing with, especially like when I first met the boys, I didn't know them. And playing with them, they would like pass me the ball, even though I was like so slow when I first came here. I'd be like literally walking with the horse. I didn't know how to canter. So, it was like,
So they're your teachers as well.
they're my teachers, they're my friends, they're my everything. And it's really cool that like, it's so welcoming, so nice. Sotogrande in general is a very nice place. And polo itself is a very cool place. It's a cool way to play here.
Yeah.
Nice. And you guys,
Well,
have you only played in Sotogrande? Have you guys played in other places in the world?
We played Argentina, Mexico, here, and
And what is that
the truth,
comparison like? Is this like, does home feel different or?
Yeah,
truth
the
is,
horses feel different.
The horse is a very big role.
The
when it comes to
fields
playing.
here, the fields are
one of the best,
one of the best ones.
best fields in the world. Yeah.
You feel maybe the difference, but the horses are the most important.
I mean, yes, it's
Yeah.
a team sport. It's you and the horse. I think
Yeah,
it's the combination of the two. And I can attest to the fields because look at this backdrop behind us. It is stunning.
Yeah.
Fantastic place to
You can
play.
never find this anywhere else. Like genuinely.
Do you guys think Sotogrande is becoming more accessible? I mean, you guys are a really young group and you've got your own team going on. Like, do you think polo is becoming more accessible in Sotogrande? There are more people playing it, or what do you think?
Now, yeah, the opportunity everyone's giving us, clubs and everything, it's more accessible. It's also a unique sport, but it's getting more accessible.
It really needs to be also like shown more, like shown games on live news and stuff like that, because people don't really know how to find it easily.
No, and I actually
You
don't
have to-
know. Do they do any on TV? Like, I've come to watch it here, and that's fantastic. You come and you watch it, but I don't think I've ever watched polo on TV. Like,
It
you
really
do with
hasn't.
football
It really
or-
hasn't been like shown like how people did like Formula One stuff like that. It was small, but then eventually people made it super big, and everybody's so interested in it.
So we need to take that next step.
Yeah, they need to really put a lot of effort into it and make it really big because it's quite difficult to find it. Once you do, though, it is
Once you
really
do get
nice.
into
Yeah,
it.
but to get into it's the more difficult.
And
one.
do you think, like, then for someone who's starting out, it's best to start young, or can you start at any age? I mean, not everyone's going to want to compete. I'm talking about people who just want to maybe play polo to learn it. Do you think it's a sport that anyone at any age could like have a go, or do you think it's key start young?
I mean, depends. You can start young, you can start a bit older. Oh, it's a fun sport, you know. You enjoy it.
Something new to try.
Yeah, you need to try it.
My dad started when he was 40 with me, and
I
he's
know, it's
quite
good,
good too. So
Yeah.
it really matters also what your goal is for it. If you
What
want to
if you
become one of
wanted-
the best of
yeah.
the best, it's more difficult when you start older. If
Yeah.
you start from young, then you have more time, or
Well,
it's
I mean,
easier.
you guys have a whole career ahead. And
Yeah.
is that what you guys want to do moving forward? Like, you want to have a career in
Yeah.
polo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that the goal?
In a way, yes.
yeah.
Fantastic. And if you could capture the essence of your team in one moment, one word, one experience, what is the essence of Kingsman?
Family, I would say,
Yeah,
in my
family.
opinion.
Yeah.
We're all like a big happy family. I
Yeah.
see them basically every day.
Oh, you're ready. They said they're like your brothers.
Yeah.
so that
If
makes
somebody
me
asked me if I had
sad
siblings, I would say
that
yes.
These two.
Yeah.
Even though I'm an only child.
Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you so much, guys. This has been a great little introduction to polo and to getting to know your team. And we hope to see you play some matches over the summer.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
Thank you.